Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Cowboys going up against the Panthers. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart. Loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's caught. Humphreys. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A first down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Again, it's Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a first down throw for Newton. And incomplete to open things up. And what about this offense, Charles? Specifically, what about Jonathan Stewart?
He makes sure everything goes. Put the ball in his chest and watch him run. Can run with power inside, but has enough speed that when he gets outside, he can cause a lot of trouble.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Sit. Come on now.
They fake the give. Newton sliding out of the pocket. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And now the defense for Dallas.
Sean Lee's one of my favorite players, and I don't mind saying it because I love his versatility. I can move him inside at the linebacker position. I can move him outside. I could rush him off the edge, rush him up the middle. He can drop into pass coverage. In fact, his versatility was on display even in his high school days, where he was a big-time high school basketball player that had a chance to play in college as well.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game, the way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well.
Single.
Ready.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
On the ball.
Get that
Come on now.
D-line. Get that quarterback.
20.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Great.
And the wideout in motion.
Slam. You go tight.
20.
You got tight right there.
Off play action. Newton. And that's incomplete.
99. Check 99.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Come on now.
They snap it to Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Second down and 4.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, check, check. Dagger.
They go to Elliott again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Luke Kuechly has been so good that when scouts go out now looking for the next talent, they say they're looking for the next Luke Kuechly. Why? Speed, intelligence, toughness. They figure if they can find that in one package, they have found their next middle linebacker.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Newton to throw. And he's got Moncrief. Touchdown, Carolina. Dante Moncrief, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Let's go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Powers through. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A give to Elliott running left. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Hey, we got 3 down. Let's go. Move 58.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, normally on a 3rd down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action. But when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
Yeah, particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So they'll give a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 7-0 is our score. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Set. Way 90. Way 90.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Man, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Dante Moncrief. He and the offense getting ready to go again here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, it's Newton. Moncrief brings it in. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. On third down, Newton. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. First and 10, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. T.Y. McGill able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Throwing is Newton. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on first down. Newton. And it's caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22. Now Newton. That's caught at the 2. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line, Arthur Moats coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
20.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives? So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done. Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The give is to Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Bridgewater. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
A give to Elliott. And an alley to run. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the run, it's Oliver. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Newton now on second down. And he fires one incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Newton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Out left to Shaheen. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. Power running by Zeke. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive where they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. His throw incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Get ready. Blue 58.
First down, Bridgewater. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Connects with Sanu right side. So we have reached halftime. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the thing.
There goes Jonathan Stewart, 30. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A great run that time by Stewart. 64 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Ready. Flag, 32. Under.
Second and 10 now. Griffin. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Going right side, he has Witten. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And a quick throw here that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Bridgewater to throw it. This is caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go. Blue 58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mohamed Sanu with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern. But also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it, as we just saw there.
Point after now from Sturgis. And that will make this a 4-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now, the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it? A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Here's Bridgewater. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down. The Cowboys on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal. Now Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 2nd half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd down, Griffin, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Pass interference, defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just...
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this. So Carolina keeps the ball. Now Stewart on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. To throw is RG3. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
From the gun on third down, Griffin. The swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws. They become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player who's having that type of a day because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Bridgewater now on second down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Bridgewater. Here's Sanu on the catch. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Cowboys on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Griffin completes it to Moncrief left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Griffin. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K1 Short in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
First down, Bridgewater. A swing pass caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Dante Moncrief. He and the offense getting ready to go again here. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Play action. It's Griffin. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Dante Moncrief with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. All I can say is, with those numbers, keep the popcorn ready. This has been fun to watch, over 100 in both categories.
And it just makes the defense scramble like crazy because he is gashing them in every aspect of the game. All right, you set up your run defense, he's going to catch it out of the backfield. You set it up to try and cover him catching passes, it might hand it back to him inside, and he gets into the secondary anyway. He is really locked in, and so is the rest of his team, helping him create those opportunities.
And for an offensive coordinator, what a tool.
Yeah, partner, he's having a heck of a ball game.
Well, when I first said that, it kind of thought may have come out wrong. I was just trying to compliment the guy. He's had a great game. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Well, he flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Elliott. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Adam Humphries, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now Griffin. He hits Stewart in the flat, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Back to throw, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. He's back to throw. And he's got Moncrief. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now RG3. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Bridgewater here to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long.